Let's cross now to Bénédicte Paviot in London. Bénédicte, it looks like Boris Johnson is adopting a softly approach.
Oh, this is a very, very cautious approach, very different from certainly the first 6 or 8 months of the pandemic, where the Prime Minister has been very criticised for something that is not seen as very British, and that is over-promising and under-delivering. He is determined to deliver on vaccines, deliver on, we heard him there, not zero COVID UK or zero COVID Britain. That's not a prospect, but to get that death rate, to get that hospitalisation rate, to get that infection rate down, because the National Health Service across all 4 nations that make up the UK have really been under such pressure. Indeed, the Prime Minister is under huge pressure to get this right. So his one absolute mantra is caution, very much softly. So the first date, although this will be data-driven, not date-driven, he insists on this, is that first step will be the 8th of March. And that will be the reopening of all schools. Now, the main opposition party, the Labour Party, are not happy about this. Although they're generally supportive of this plan, they think that teachers, for example, should be vaccinated. That this is absolutely key. Government doesn't see it that way. As for the unions of head teachers and of teachers, they actually think that this is not right either. All schools shouldn't reopen at the same time in England. They should actually be staggered, phased in. They are worried about this, and indeed also about teachers catching, for example, an infection from older children. The next date we look at is the 29th of March, where 2 households will be allowed to meet up. And as far as hospitality is concerned, it will be still a long wait. We're looking at April for gyms, hairdressers and hospitality after that probably. And each step of the way, the government will look at the data with its scientific advisors, its medical advisors. It will look and see if they can go ahead. So any of the dates that he has given, like the 12th of April, to be able to have a drink outside with somebody, have a picnic even, or a barbecue, any of those dates will only go ahead if indeed the data backs that up.
And there's also talk, Bénédicte, of the UK government examining the use of vaccine certificates.
Yes, so you would imagine, obviously, particularly with 120,000 plus death toll, the worst in Europe, one of the worst in the world. So you've got that on the one hand, and yet this extremely successful vaccination. Indeed, a study today in Scotland on preliminary data saying how powerful the Pfizer and effective the Pfizer vaccines and AstraZeneca, 84% and 93% in reducing hospitalizations. Obviously, in order to get as close as possible to normal life as soon as possible, but in a cautious way, there has been much talk about this. And indeed, the Prime Minister, you're absolutely right, in his initial statement to Parliament, is very much talking about this. So the government, again, is going to collect the data about vaccinations, collect the data about certification passports. All of this, as I said, to reopen the economy that has been very badly hit in this country, at a difficult time for this country, or a new time, we can say, a new era of Brexit. So a lot of pressure on the Prime Minister to get this right.
Bénédicte Paviot reporting there from Westminster. Thank you.